Public comment. The public comments are intended for members of the public to address the Board of Education on items involving the school district. Such testimony shall be limited to 3 minutes each, 450 words per person subject, and 15 minutes for each topic. If an answer to a special question is requested, the board president will, if appropriate, direct administration to respond in writing. Comments on agenda items?
No comments on agenda items.
Comments on non-agenda items?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Please share.
This first public comment is submitted by Josie Segura. It reads, "Good evening, board members. As most of you know, SAMEA has been putting out regular communications for members over the past several years. Regularly connecting with members poses challenges given our membership size and the number of work sites across the district. We try very hard to keep all our members informed and up to date, and the fireside chat with the president is one way we can do that. These regular communications are a mix of text information, video presentations, and links to important documents. I would really appreciate an opportunity to interview each of you for a future fireside chat. It would be great for our members and the community in general to get to know a little bit about each of you. It doesn't matter if you've been on the board for years or if you've just joined. I think viewers would really appreciate the opportunity to hear directly from you. I am proposing conducting short Zoom interviews with each of you. The interview will be recorded and it will be just a few minutes long. We will focus on who you are, what your connection is to the SMBSD, what got you interested in running for and serving on a school board, and a brief discussion about the type of impact you believe you can have on education in the Santa Maria Valley. You will each have access and input to the final cut of the interview before anything is shared out. The final interview will be included in upcoming fireside chats, which are posted on our public channel on YouTube. This just means that family, friends, and community members will be able to enjoy the final product. Please consider accepting my invitation to join me in a Zoom interview. I'm sure everyone would love to hear from you and to know a little more about you. I will be contacting each of you by phone to set up a date and time that works best for you. I am very hopeful that each of you will accept this invitation. If you're interested in taking a look at Fireside Chat with the President Communications and videos from this school year, click on the link below. It will take you to a full list with hyperlinks to each. Obviously, I have the paper, so what I'll do is I'll take the address that Jose put in, and I'll put it into this Friday update that goes to the board. And Jose continues, good evening. My name is Josie Segura, and I'm currently the president of the Santa Maria Elementary Education Association. As you know, SAMEA and the district have been negotiating a successor contract since early November 2019. Our previous contract expired June 30th, 2020. Over the past 16 months, there has been agreement on several articles, which is awesome. There has also been slow progress on other articles, which dig deep into our workday and personal life, as well as our ability to maintain reasonable representation. I'm addressing you all today because I know firsthand that our school board can have a direct impact on the negotiations process and the direction the district's team moves at the bargaining table. This was evident in the board's decision to direct their team not to negotiate additional leave for the chapter president, which has zero negative financial impact on the district, does not negatively impact student learning, and provides consistency for students. The association was proposing a continuation of full-time release for the chapter president. The district's team returned to the table after consulting with the school board and refused to negotiate that additional release time. The district team cited direction from the school board, this school board, as the reason for their refusal to bargain additional release. If this board can have a direct impact on the negotiation of the association president's release time, it can also have a direct impact on the negotiating of the final few articles. The demand on educators is ever increasing, both during the pandemic and before. These demands on our professional and personal time are coming from both outside and within our district. There is not much we can do about the external forces being applied onto our district certificated staff, but we can definitely do something about the internal demands. All SAMEA is asking is that our personal time be respected and the district acknowledge through negotiations that there is value in members spending time with their families, friends, and pets. Allowing them the time to participate in activities that bring them joy, calmness, and relief, instead of attempting to negotiate a mandated infringement on that much needed and valued personal time. Banners and slogans are great, but actions are what will make the difference between having a workforce that feels valued and appreciated and one that feels dismissed and neglected. I ask this board consider directing their bargaining team to settle the outstanding articles quickly and fairly so that we can put this negotiation cycle to bed. Thank you very much for your time and consideration. We really do appreciate it. The next comment is from Andy Watson, a teacher and resident of Santa Maria. Good evening, Board President Cordero and members of the school board. In my third grade classroom social studies, we are studying economics, more specifically human capital. Teachers, administrators, and staff develop human capital in our students that strengthen the community. There is also our internal human capital, and now I'm talking specifically about teachers and this current labor impasse. In recent years, I've seen the erosion of collaborative institutions in our district, such as C&I and COT. Teachers are getting the message to not go outside the approved curriculum, stay on the pacing calendar. I've seen this before. It was called Reading First in 2001. I just don't think this approach will get us to where we need to be in improving student achievement because it disempowers the very professionals at the center of instruction, the teacher. Now, teachers are faced with language brought forth by administration defining professional duties in an overly broad way. This really guts workday language in our contract that has existed for many years. This language protects teachers and administrators by defining where the lines are. I know there are some outstanding issues about after school and night meetings. I believe and advocate that the union has to be on the side of parents and families. I urge both sides to identify the specific issues and seek compromise and a prompt signed agreement. I think this is fitting with the values of this district and community. I also think that lessening the number of conference days works against parent participation. Because of scheduling parents and interpreters, we need to retain the current number of conference days. Thank you. And that was Andy Watson. The next comment is from Kristen Patterson from Arianas Junior High. My name is Kristen Patterson, and I'm a special education teacher at Arianas Junior High. First of all, I thank you for your service during this time and always. I know you want the best for the students of Santa Maria Bonita. I hope that you know in your hearts that the teachers of our district too. We spend countless hours planning ways to deliver instruction and provide enrichment opportunities for our students. Many of us have families of our own as well. We are constantly being pulled between the needs of our own families and the family of students we create in our classrooms. I know I am not the exception. Many of us pour our hearts and souls into this job, hoping that our efforts will pay off for generations to come. I am writing today to bring up concerns with the district wanting to change Article 5 of our bargaining agreement to add more duties to our day and without compensation. We work extremely hard already, and as my previous comment describes, our own families are paying the price when our work-home life is out of balance. Further, I do what I do because I love my students and want to help them create habits that will serve them through well now and throughout their lives. When duties are added to my day, my stress goes up and it detracts from the focus I have on the school, even when those duties are well-meaning. Currently, I appreciate the professional judgment extended to me for me to use in serving my students and their families. I take my job seriously, and I believe that most teachers are like me in that belief. But right now, we are not feeling trusted or appreciated. Additionally, as a special education teacher, I routinely hold IEP meetings, some of which are scheduled outside the workday due to students' family availability. Many special education teachers like myself want to be available to our families on their time, but the special education MOU has expired and the district doesn't seem to plan on continuing it. Again, by catering to our students' family needs, my own family time requires an adjustment, and it seems fair that we are compensated for that adjustment. Finally, I am concerned about the reluctance of the district to allow our union president full-time release. In my 7 years in this district, we have grown immensely, and so have his duties. With the union paying the cost of this release, this seems like an easy decision to continue our partnership for our students' benefit. We are all here with the common goal of creating a better future for Santa Maria. Thank you for your time, Kristen Patterson. The next comment is Brian Gong. Hello, I would like to request the following comment be read aloud at the next regularly scheduled board meeting. Oh, I guess I didn't read that part. Good evening, board members. My name is Brian Gong, and I'm a kindergarten teacher at Bonita Elementary School. I am a site representative for the Santa Maria Elementary Education Association, a negotiations team member, and I am the elected minority at-large representative for the California Teachers Association Channel Islands Service Center Council. I am commenting today on the board's decision to not support the SAMEA president up to full-time release in Article 3 of the SAMEA contract, as well as the decision to increase further duties on SAMEA members in Article 5. Since I have been teaching in the Santa Maria Bonita School District, the SAMEA president has utilized full-time release when membership was less than 700 members. Now that SAMEA membership is over 900 members, it is concerning that the school board would not see the benefit of a full-time release president, not just for association business, but for meeting and working with district administration regarding district business. For the past 3 years, with no additional cost to the district, the president has utilized full-time release. It was shared with the association that the board rejected up to full-time release for the SAMEA president, and when the association asked the district for a student-centered response for this rejection, no response was given. Part-time release would mean splitting another teacher and the association president for an entire class of students for the school year. In regard to Article 5 and the additional duties the district would like to add to the contract, I am dismayed that the district and the school board feel teachers require more work commitments, responsibilities, and obligations in and out the workday. Does the school board really feel that during a global pandemic, when teachers in our district are working longer and harder, sacrificing time with their own families to meet the academic, social, and emotional needs of their students, that now is the time to add more duties on teachers? I ask that you please reconsider your decision regarding Article 3 and Article 5, and I thank you for your time. And that's Brian Gong from Bonita Elementary. And then there's one more from Jose Rodriguez from El Camino Junior High School. Good evening. My name is Jose Rodriguez, and I am an 8th grade U.S. history teacher at El Camino Junior High. I've been in this district for 16 years. During that time, I've had an opportunity to get to know each of you, especially during the Will Smith era, when SAMEA and the district worked together so closely. It is my hope that we can return to that relationship someday, because it seems that in recent years, SAMEA and our teachers have not been given the respect due to us. Let me be honest. I am contributing to public comments today to express my concern shared by my colleagues regarding the district's efforts to insert into the contract numerous so-called professional duties and requirements to work additional hours before and after school. It's incredible to me, after almost a year of distance learning in the midst of a global pandemic that has claimed the lives of 450,000 people and disrupted the lives of millions of American families, that our district doesn't seem to respect the professionalism of our teachers. It seems to me that I read somewhere that heroes work here, but teachers don't have the feeling that they are heroes. Instead, we're looking at a situation in which more duties and more hours are proposed for our workday, while at the same time we're being told that the district is proposing absolutely nothing in terms of salary in return. Why isn't this school board at all concerned about the work-life balance of the teachers who work in this district, teachers who have provided high-quality instruction in this district since 1949? Because if you talk to any teacher for even 30 seconds, you'll know that we are stressed and working harder in many cases than ever before. In addition to all of this, we're turning back the clock on education with pacing guides, teaching to the textbook, administering weeks worth of testing, and a presumption that teachers have low expectations for students and that they, to use a scientific term, suck. This district can and should do much better than this. Finally, I am formally asking the school board to provide me with a written response as to why I've decided that teachers should not have access to a full-time release president. In my view, this refusal to allow teachers a full-time release president is in effect an interference in the ability of the association to serve its members and protect their rights. I'm not sure why the school board has arrogated unto itself the right to determine how much access we have to representation. So as a voter and teacher, I need an explanation. Thank you, Jose Rodriguez. And that concludes public comments.
Thank you, Mr. Ontiveros. Just as a response to that last comment, while we appreciate the concerns and the opinions shared by all who have submitted those comments, anything that has to do with negotiations is not within our purview to make any kind of written response to. That would, I'm sure, break some kind of a law. It is something that we can certainly have discussion in closed session and give direction to our negotiating team, but a written response is completely inappropriate. So while I know it says in the public comment, that you can request an answer, because it has to do with negotiations, that simply cannot happen. All right, moving on.